Leicester are on top of the table, comfortable win for Manchester United at Everton, and Aston Villa have completely destroyed, demolished and dismantled and sanitized as Arsenal. What's up and welcome to All Balls, the show that keeps you up to date with all the Premier League action and fantasy football tips. Guys, I'm Rohan Manglani and Rahul Bell with me. He won't need any introduction after this segment. So Rahul, for the first time, start.
What's our first game? Guys, 1 second.
It's we're talking about Arsenal versus Aston Villa.
And what happened? Oh, yeah. What happened?
Little bit of
I'm going to give you a little prelude to this. This little 1 sec. What remembers? No, doesn't remember. Okay. But this boy has taken to me for Bruno after we won a game. So now, best defensive record in the league
is gone.
Yeah, you've conceded more than you've scored. Okay? So, while you're at it...
You've still conceded less than United though.
While you're at it...
No, but Aston Villa were phenomenal, I think. And they should have got more than 3. They should have got about 5. They should have got about 6. You never know. But yeah.
Okay. What happened? What happened to the Obas? What happened to the Lakas? Wait, I can't see your tears properly. Huh?
No problem.
What happened to the Obas and the Lakas and the Willians and the Gabriel? My God, y'all Arsenal fans on Twitter were comparing him to Thiago Silva. Have you seen a mirror?
No. We never compared him to Thiago Silva.
Arsenal fans, I said. You're a plastic fan. There's Arsenal
I don't know. I don't know where's that comparison
what happened?
We'll
score 2 goals. We'll give Martinez a hug at the end of the game. What happened? Martinez could have gone, chilled at home and come back. You didn't trouble him second half.
No, it was shameful.
You had 2 shots.
I know.
And I'm not taking anything away from Aston Villa. They are on a roll. They've beaten the FA Cup winners and Premier League winners 10-2. I mean, Barkley, Grealish, McGinn, Ollie Watkins. But what happened to Arsenal?
That's the question, right?
How could you not produce a shot in the second half?
Yeah, we fell apart. In the second half, we absolutely fell apart. And very honestly, this is to do starting with how Arsenal came out and with this squad. And when I mean with the squad means, what are you planning? But anyway,
nothing.
Anyway, with this squad means I mean the way Arsenal have, how they set up the formation. And that was not feasible. And that's just not been feasible.
And that too, Aston Villa had a goal ruled out.
Yeah, they deserved 4 or 5. They deserved more.
Exactly. I mean, they played quality football. Yeah. Douglas Luiz was ruling that midfield.
No, they beat us their forwards did better, their midfielders did better, their defenders did better. If they had fans, they would have probably done better.
But
if
best
their
side
manager
in North
did better.
London with 41% possession.
Everybody did better. Yeah.
With 41% possession, they beat the best side in North London.
Well, we've seen that happen so many times that possession really does not reflect on the scoreline. But I mean, they were phenomenal and they are going to be a problem for many teams ahead.
You mean the ones that are above you on the table? Now.
Above, below, anyway. Aston Villa are just too good at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, Ollie Watkins, 2 goals in
But that's not an excuse for Arsenal because, here's what's happening that every time, and this is also happening for United. Correct me now if I'm wrong, okay? But we do well, then we build up a little hope, a little aspiration and a little, to take something in the next games, but immediately we come down. Now, obviously, it's not happened so far this bad under Arteta. This was bad. This was really bad. I'm sure he's also reflected on it. And, any Arsenal fan who is asking a lot of questions right now, go and watch the Mikel Arteta press conference, which he did last night, because that really will answer some of your questions. As far as your questions and your banter is involved, I completely relate to it and it's your day. So,
but I mean, let's get to Aston Villa. They've been playing beautifully. Ollie Watkins,
great.
2 goals in 3 minutes, kill the game.
He has more goals than Oba, Pepe and Lacazette together in the Premier League.
I thought would do better.
Yeah.
Arsenal has not scored a goal from open play in the last 6 hours and 26 minutes.
Yeah.
Is that a worrying sign?
No, it's not. It's definitely a worrying sign, but it's not like a surprising sign, is what I meant.
No, I'm saying worrying.
Because we've been discussing this now because of our great stats guru. We've got all the stats with us, and we've been discussing this since a while, right? That Arsenal are not able to score goals, and that eventually has caught up with Arsenal in a game like this, and it will happen again because the next teams we play is Leeds, Wolves, and Spurs. If you go out with this formation,
Spurs I'm waiting for.
Yeah. So if you go out with this formation, which they went out with against Aston Villa, you'll only ask for the same result again and
But
again.
just to sum it up, a word on Ollie Watkins. I mean, he had a hat-trick against Liverpool and now a brace against Arsenal.
Yeah.
Like, he's standing up.
He's an Arsenal fan. He came out and he said that...
I don't think he
No,
is.
he's an Arsenal fan. He said that my grandfather and my father will be really upset with the result today, but they love me for
But
it.
Rahul Bell is happy with the result.
Rahul Bell,
So before he
congratulations.
starts crying,
Villa have got... I think Villa have got you as a new fan. They've definitely got me as a new fan. I think they're a great team, man.
I'm sure they have tears of joy now that you're their fan.
What football they played, yeah. What football.
Goalless at the Amex between Brighton and Burnley. Burnley winless. Nick Pope wins man of the match. Brighton have Tariq Lamptey.
Yeah.
I honestly have nothing more to talk about in this game.
Same here. Same
mean,
here.
it
Joe
was-
Biden won the election. Real Madrid lost 4-1.
No, Brighton, Burnley.
Yeah, but we can move on to the next one.
I mean, I know Brighton they're okay. Burnley rather are okay with a point. Brighton, of course, played the better football, I felt. But again, why are they playing these games?
Well,
I'm kidding. No disrespect to the team. They perform better than Arsenal. But Burnley still looking for their first win. And we'll move on to the next segment before we have Farida Jalal break into tears.
Southampton versus Newcastle at the St. Mary's. 2-0 win for Southampton. And for the first time in their history, they were top of the table.
I mean, fabulous. They did this without a Danny Ings.
Yeah, that's what I was coming
exactly.
to. We were talking about that.
We've stressed on the fact that Crystal Palace is a one-man team. They proved to be something else this week.
Absolutely.
But without a Danny Ings, the players stood up. Shea Adams had a great game.
Theo Walcott played central.
Yeah, and I think that was a penalty on Walcott as well. It was as clear as day. I mean,
absolutely.
But Newcastle, like I said, midfield would be a problem. Southampton's midfield was too strong for them, and Callum Wilson not really on the score sheet this week.
Yeah.
So something to think about for Newcastle, but Southampton were fabulous. I mean, they were top of the
Kyle
table.
Walker-Peters was fabulous, and I think overall, what's working for Southampton is that even though they don't have Ings, who's their main goal scorer, their intensity levels are just superb. They are right at the top.
I feel playing Shea Adams is good because they have that pace to support Danny Ings up top.
Yeah, and that was he scored that on the volley. What a goal, man. First time
Great goal. They've kept a clean sheet, which is something they'll be happy with. So good win for Southampton. They're, right up there in the table. And it's good to see them doing well even without Danny Ings.
Let's see for how long they can keep this up and stay at the top of the table.
That kind of season, but while it lasts.
Well done, Southampton. Everton versus Manchester United. From Ole out to Ole in to probably Ole in forever. But well played, well done. I think that was a very clinical...
so much shit you gave me for Bruno.
I think it was very clinical, the entire
It
performance.
was.
Yeah. And Bruno is just phenomenal. So
22 goal involvements. We've had 7 away wins consecutively.
Correct.
Now talk.
I have nothing to say except for the fact that you completely diluted Everton and all their
we
promise.
dominated the game. Harry Maguire looked probably a little above 20 million. Luke Shaw was fab. He was great in attack and in defense. He won 100% of his tackles. He got the great assist. We got the showbiz goal by Cavani. But United played like United. Again, I'm not supporting Ole. I still feel, he's not ruthless enough. He needs to be replaced. The substitutions need to be earlier. Decisions need to be made earlier in the game. You can't have such late substitutions when, this is somewhere we were comfortable. What if we're not in a comfortable position?
Correct.
But happy with the win going into the international break. Comes in at the wrong time for us.
Yeah, because now it's very difficult to, again, that entire debate will start. That
Team will leave, team will come back.
Yeah, obviously that, but also at the same time, at the back of your mind, you're thinking whether, Ole is the guy to take this team forward or not, which again is now, every result is such that at the moment that when it comes, you feel like maybe this is going to happen or it's not going to happen. So it's
but
one
honestly,
of those.
personally, I would want Ole out still, even after this win. Because of what I said, he doesn't have that experience. He doesn't have that mindset of a manager. Yes, he was a great player. He's a United legend, should be involved with the club. But you need someone who's more tactically sound. You need someone, who can make those bold decisions of benching a Maguire or benching a Martial. Martial has not had a shot on target or created a chance in so many games. It's absolutely crap. It's bullshit.
Maybe he just doesn't want to play without fans. He's
it's
waiting
not
for the
about
fans
that.
to
No,
charge
but he
him up.
played after the restart. He was fine.
He was fine, yeah.
He was playing. He's a very moody player. I don't know why.
Now, what do you tell all those fans who are saying that United are a one-man show, one man
You
team?
mean you?
Well, me also. But what do you tell?
I had the bottle in my hand like this. You were in front of me and I broken it on your head.
No, but you told me the stat, didn't you? That since making his debut for United, he's been involved in 22 goals.
He's carrying us.
Now,
fine.
that's a lot of people.
What is wrong
There's
with
nothing
the
wrong.
So
is it true? Is it true?
No, it's not true, but to a certain extent,
the stats suggest that it's totally true.
Yeah, that's okay, but others have scored, no? Rashford came on, scored a hat-trick.
Of course.
Others have scored. Where you scored?
Maybe 3 or 4 goals here and
3
there.
or 4?
In the last, since Bruno's
Shameless? 30 plus goals they scored, Rashford and Martial last season. You have any shame on it?
No, but I'm asking you.
How you sleep at night, Lala? You're not scared of God? Useless bugger, 3 or 4 goals. 16 goals.
It's a fact. It's a fact.
He's got 16 goals. Remove Oba from the team. Where Arsenal would have been?
17th or 16th.
17th
but
or
right
16th,
now,
they would have been playing here on Hill Road,
without
on concrete.
Without Bruno, wouldn't United be 20th?
No.
No, then?
Remove the stat. Do little more mehnat than your Arsenal team does on the field.
We should work on this stat.
You should work on that stat. And without Oba, Hill Road. Outside Elko. Half-time break, Pani Puri, removing their chappal, police coming and stopping them. Nonsense, bugger. 3-1, we beaten Everton. They were on top of the table. They have Ancelotti, James, Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah, you beat the title contenders.
Exactly. See, now suddenly his cockiness is coming back.
No, I think that they are back in it.
Wait. Usually when there's shit on the road, no, sanitize that.
They're back in it.
Nonsense, bugger, back in it. We won.
On that note, well played.
Be respectful that we won.
Well played.
Don't give me crap in caps on WhatsApp over the weekend.
Well played.
Arsenal fan.
Well played, Bruno United. Well played.
He's so fun. Guys, one like please just for this joke. Really. I want to take it, print it and hit him with it.
Well played. Ole forever. Crystal Palace versus Leeds at Sellers Park ended at 4-1.
Without Zaha scoring.
Exactly.
So, Roy Hodgson be happy. I mean, I'm happy. He proved me wrong, but yes, they're not a one-man team. They finally clicked. Scott Dan, great header, but VAR comes in and screws it up again. How can a person be a judge offside for putting his hand out to show where he wants the ball to be played?
Absolutely.
It's crap. Like, I want to shoot VAR in the head.
In fact, I was just going to say that the VAR decisions, even in the Leicester game and even in the Manchester City game, were questionable in both the handballs. And if you remember, it happened in the beginning of the season, in which we were all talking about VAR and it was a complete mess. And then they made that slight change, but now it again seems that they've gone back to where it was.
Yeah, I mean,
there inconsistent.
In the post-match, in the post-match analysis, there was an ex-referee, Mr. Gallagher, who showed us which part of the hand is goal scoring and which part is not goal scoring, etc.
Correct.
But it's a situation. The strikers pointed out, and that was 1-1. It would have been a totally different game.
Correct.
At 1-1. I mean, they went 2-0 down. They came back at 2-1. They were playing, I won't say Leeds was playing like Leeds. They were playing below par. Crystal Palace was playing well.
It actually seems like Leeds is now struggling to keep up that energy that intensity which they did for the
good international break coming for them.
Great international break.
And Palace's new signing, I mean, Eberechi Eze, what a free kick.
Yeah, unstoppable. Huh?
And Leeds' keeper didn't have the best day. That own goal, he should have covered at the near post.
True.
But then again, Saha somewhat gets himself involved, gets an assist. He's been involved in 7 goals. That's almost what he was last season. So it's good to see Palace come up as a team.
Yeah.
Not only
they won't be too happy that the break is coming now, because after this performance you usually want to go on.
At least one positive for them, apart from the win, the goals and the 3 points, is that we're not dependent on Zaha.
Yeah.
There are other players in the team who can do it. Eze is showing it. Ayew wasn't so bad. Townsend full of running.
It's coming together.
It's coming together, yes. Yeah. So hopefully better performances from them without depending on Zaha. But Leeds, I do feel bad because they're a good team. You love them.
Yeah.
And they play some good football.
And honestly, I think they've played great football in the league so far, but they are running out of steam. But a good 15-day break now for them, to
come
get
back
their,
refreshed. And
come back refreshed, and then it's Arsenal straight away. So
exactly.
It's going to be a talking point.
Man City versus Liverpool at the Etihad. Disappointed? Did it live up to the expectations?
Yeah. For me, it absolutely actually did live up to the expectations. I think the first half was a cracker. It was open as anything. Obviously, VAR decision debatable again.
No, these VARs are actually, I feel, correct.
No, but the thing is that the Gomez handball,
it had travelled in a distance.
Correct.
It had travelled a good enough distance, and his hand was away from the body.
Yeah, but you see, it's again debatable because the thing is that
he didn't debate.
No, so his hand was here.
No, his hand was not here. His hand was away. There was a gap.
But I mean, it was in his running motion. It's
not
like
who runs like this.
He was not running like that. If you see the replay, his hand was not. He was.
No, but there was a gap. Where he was putting it back? He was turning. Which match are you watching?
I actually
ESPN?
I actually didn't agree with that.
I feel both the VARs were.
No. I mean, okay, it's correct to say that it's hit your hand and you're in the box, so it's wrong.
No,
but I'm saying
there was a fair distance.
The Premier League, the body said, but the body said that basically, if it's going to be an unintentional handball, it's not going to be given.
But
and
there
these
are so
unintentional.
many given. Lindelof, Doherty, you can
in the Leicester Wolves game also the same similar thing was given.
Compared to what is given in those games, this was.
I know, but still, I thought tough call, and I also think that that Man City, Mane made the most of it when he fell down in the box.
No, but that was pretty clear because Walker's reaction was.
It was clear, but it was soft. But at the same time, on that end, but Sterling didn't. At that end, when Sterling was touched and fouled, he didn't go down. So
Sterling is an idiot.
Yeah.
He is an idiot. I can't help it. I hate him. But coming to, chances, Liverpool City, you tend to want goals, because of the quality of players. What's wrong with Firmino?
Yeah. Well, that's
he's not scoring. He's not creating chances. I mean, third game in a row, he's done none.
Yeah, I think this is waiting for one or two of the stronger players to come back and probably...
Who's stronger than Firmino?
No, I mean, once, Thiago comes back, Alcantara comes back.
Yeah, but even when he
then Jota plays in that position and Firmino probably is on the bench.
He just looks disinterested, or it's his form, I don't know.
No, it's also his positioning. He's playing but he's playing deep, and I mean, look, man, he's an important part of that Liverpool
He is,
squad.
I agree, he is.
And he's done.
And many great managers have said this about him, that he does not need to give you the numbers to be an influential player, but Salah's got 8 goals, Mane is getting the goals. They got more goals last season because Firmino used to supply, those passes, those little flicks here and there to create the chances. That's not happening.
Yeah, it was not. I mean, also you're talking about this in respect to he's playing against Ruben Dias and Laporte, who are just
against better
phenomenal.
Defenders and performed.
Yeah, and there's Walker and there's João Cancelo, I think, had one of the best games.
And Walker was called an idiot by Roy Keane.
Yeah, but I don't understand that the fact that how actually City didn't get another goal in this whole thing.
So coming to that, Jesus, great goal, good touch. Some of our team members think it was a fluke, while I disagree. But KDB, you don't expect KDB to miss a penalty.
Yeah.
That
I think he's really missing the fans. If there were fans in that stadium, he would never miss a penalty.
And after that, KDB was done. He had no shots on target. He had no crosses. He had 9 passes.
But you could see his eagerness to make up for that. He played the entire game.
But then a player of KDB's quality, you don't expect to miss. So I feel. While you feel it lived up to expectations, I just feel that, without the crowd, this game was...
It could have been better for sure.
It could have been better,
with the crowd.
But
I'm still saying that it was one of the better games of the weekend, and it was that, a little bit open.
And a landmark, James Milner.
Exactly.
185-year-old James Milner.
Yeah. And
750th competitive appearance, 550th appearance in the Premier League.
Phenomenal.
And he still seems like the fittest Liverpool player.
Yeah, and he comes on, he does his job at right back, and
he's played the season at left back.
Yeah, and he's kept the Man City team unable to score the second goal, which was great.
Yeah, versatility. Hats off to him. But for me, it was a game that could have been better with more quality. But
there's no bar in
it was good for the league. A draw was good for the league.
Yeah.
So Liverpool doesn't run away with it.
Yeah.
And City is in check. So all these teams are in check for United to hold because Arsenal will probably go down after we win our game in hand. But yeah.
Chelsea versus Sheffield at Stamford Bridge. Now,
Thiago Silva.
What a performance.
On the score sheet.
On 36 years, 47 days young. That's Thiago Silva.
He's too good. Yeah. He's too good. Age does not matter. He's a leader in that backline. They went a goal down. and they did not panic because now they have a leader. They have quality up front.
I think not only that, but I think that you see in a game like this in which Havertz was missing, you've seen all their other signings.
Pulisic was missing.
You've seen all the other signings do so well. Chilwell, fantastic. Ziyech, fantastic.
I mean, Ziyech was running the show.
Yeah, Thiago Silva, fantastic. So I mean, it's this Chelsea team now with a 10-goal difference, and that matters at this point of time.
They've
maybe
scored 4 in each of their last 2
and maybe
games.
Position doesn't matter.
Exactly.
But I mean, where you can get at the end of the season, your goal scoring, your goal difference shows that.
You said in the last show that they're finally bonding as a team. They're getting there.
Yeah.
Werner getting involved. Ziyech, 3 involvements in 2 games. Chilwell at left back has 2 goals, involved in 4. So it's again and again on the bench. They have players who can turn a game. They have defensive strength. Mendy made a couple of good saves. Sheffield, not really too much to talk about, but the goal.
Rock bottom,
but
1 point
they're not.
so
They're
far.
having a dismal season.
They don't have any attackers.
They don't have pace. We've said this
Yeah.
again and again and again that they do not have pace.
And I think that they've scored the least goal so far in the Premier League. So I think
they just don't look like a team that is going to win. Burnley sometimes will give you that impression by playing some good, solid football. But Sheffield, they just don't.
I just feel that, we keep talking about Arteta, whether he's good enough.
No, we don't keep talking about, you keep talking about Arteta.
And Solskjaer, whether he's good enough.
No, but Lampard's great.
Dude, he's just slowly,
Why is he
steadily,
great?
quietly.
Because he's ruthless.
He's just going and...
He is absolutely ruthless. Giroud was probably one of his best players after the restart last season. And he's benched him because he has the quality. He's making use of them. Werner was the lone striker. He was not working in the middle. He got in a Tammy Abraham, who scored for the first time since, Jan. But he's making those changes. He's bringing about those changes. Azpilicueta, we all know, is a legendary defender.
Yeah.
There are not many attackers who have gone
they're
past
getting
him.
it right. They still have to, I think, prove themselves against the bigger teams. But hold on a sec. I think what they must be thinking in that dressing room is that, this is a season unlike any other.
Yeah,
and
they can take their chance. They can take their chance.
Exactly.
On paper, there's a Leicester and a Spurs who are, 1 and 2 right now, and Chelsea are better than them.
Yeah.
Leave aside the Liverpool and the City who are obvious title contenders.
The quality
at a
Chelsea
point.
have, they definitely are going to outscore both of, Leicester and Tottenham.
Overall, Liverpool and City maybe not.
Maybe not, but this is the time to probably change it and break that domination which City and Liverpool had.
Again, I'm saying it again, they missed it at the back.
Yeah.
They've got Mendy, they've got Thiago Silva, they look solid, they're not conceding goals like they used to with Kepa, and with Zuma and Rudiger or a Zuma and Christensen playing at the back. I mean, if a team can keep Azpilicueta on the bench with the kind of defenders you have in other clubs, I think that squad depth counts. And again, all credit to Lampard. They're thrashing teams now. They're scoring 4 in each game, and you still have to play them.
Yeah, Chelsea's got it together, and I'm actually. Let's see, man, what happens about Chelsea. But they look like they have an actual shot.
I'm just happy Silva scored. West Ham versus Fulham at the London Stadium. Fulham cannot stop conceding. Souček!
Pressure pays off, finally.
Souček!
I mean, after all that struggle in the entire game.
Souček!
Yeah, I know, great. I mean, I had him and I played him luckily in my fantasy.
Yeah, he has him in his fantasy team.
Yeah, because...
Shameless.
No, I benched Foden. But anyway. And luckily...
And what about that Lookman penalty in the end? Like, who does he think he is?
Yeah,
What is he trying to do?
Take us through
On
that.
one side, you have an Andre Pirlo who's doing it against England, and then you have this idiot. I mean,
and what did Fabianski do?
Not come out of his mother's stomach also properly, and he wants to bloody chip the keeper in the 90th minute. Look at the
and he went the wrong way and he caught it still.
Exactly, Arsenal keeper, you're happy, no? Yeah, the only moment, proud moment for an Arsenal team was the Martinez clean sheet and Fabianski saving a penalty.
Anything will work this weekend.
Anything will work this weekend.
West Brom versus Tottenham at the Hawthorns. A late goal for Tottenham.
At least they scored.
Yeah.
The worst side in North London scored.
Come on, again and again.
Harry Kane has followed his 300th appearance.
You are going after
You have no right to
Arsenal
talk.
in every
You have
segment.
no right to talk.
Yes, but
have
still.
you seen Black? Have you seen Black? You know how Amitabh Bachchan and Rani Mukherjee don't talk? Shut up for 2 minutes. He's marked his 300th, followed rather his 300th appearance and 200th goal with a late winner to bring Spurs to second. How good is he this season?
Yeah.
150th goal,
I mean,
third
he's
fastest
good
after
every
Shearer
season.
and Aguero.
Yeah.
No, but this season he's also playing deep.
Yeah.
He's not
He is-
playing the out and out striker, but he's still getting his
Look
goals.
at that header which he got here at the 94th minute or something.
Classic
I mean,
header. But I
classic
still
header.
think it
And
was
a proper number 9.
I think West Brom
And-
didn't deserve to go down. They played extremely well.
Yeah, but that's
I think
the quality, right?
Yeah,
Like
but
in that-
Lloris also, take nothing away from him. He made a couple of fabulous saves.
Saves, absolutely.
Alderweireld and Dyer had
Yeah.
some moments at the back which, left them thinking about the result. But West Brom were good. They were not bad. They
Yeah.
changed their squad around.
Yeah.
They had a good game apart from, that last little 5 seconds, 5 minutes, 7 minutes.
No, they did
segment
well.
where-
And I don't think that they should be disheartened at all by what happened in the last minute of the game or the second last minute of the game. In fact, this is also a game in which again, we were talking about Chelsea a while ago and saying that, they have an outside chance. But here's a full-fledged Spurs squad,
With Jose.
which even when they are not playing the best football, even when Gareth Bale looks a little underwhelming.
Little?
Yeah, so I'm just saying, even that time, it's not about only them keeping a draw, but they got the 3 points, and that's important.
Yeah, and that's classic Jose, right?
Yeah.
Keep a
Yeah.
clean sheet, get that 1-0.
Yeah.
And you could see how excited and happy
That's
he
what
was.
also he said also, in the post game. He said that if I understand that if we are not able to get those 3 points and stuff, like if we are not able to score or create too much, but at least we want to keep a clean sheet.
But that's always been him.
Yeah.
At Chelsea, at United, at Madrid, that's
Yeah.
always been Jose.
Absolutely.
And finally the whole all or nothing. I mean, the returns are coming now with Jose second on the table, probably doing something in his second season. I still don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, you never know, man, because this Tottenham squad looks great. Honestly,
They
it
look
does.
great, but
And
for how long?
yeah.
For how long? We said that about Everton first
I mean,
4
see,
games.
the interesting period will obviously see as we reach Christmas, and the time
Exactly.
after Christmas.
The crunch fixtures.
Exactly. So, but anything on West Brom, or are they going to, they are
I feel bad
Sheffield
for them, honestly,
look
because
like
they
they are
played
collapsing
well.
right now.
But yeah,
in the-
Burnley, West Brom, Fulham and Sheffield. I think 3 of these 4 seem to be going down.
Yeah. Leicester versus Wolves at the King Power, 1-0 to Leicester. Now,
Top of the table.
Top of the
We're back
table.
in 2016.
they dominated the game
They
against
did.
Wolves.
But then again, penalties.
That wasn't a penalty. There was no chance that was a penalty.
And multiple penalties that Leicester have got this season, most of them weren't.
No, this is why I was irritated at the VAR, because that guy is literally 2 yards away from he's running, like literally our distance probably at the moment, and you've kicked the ball and it hits my hand in a running motion. What am I mean, if I was running with my hands up or with my hand on the side,
Anil Kapoor, or
no,
run with your hand
but
up?
I'm just saying that basically it's in motion. And his leg is here, his
but
hand
you
is
know
here.
how the rule is.
So the rule but they said they're going to only give intentional handballs.
Yeah,
they don't
but
expect.
Again, the referee's point of view is different. The guy at the table, his point of view is different.
The Premier League put out a statement to the managers and to the internal, bodies of all the clubs, saying that we do not want to become the league in which defenders are running with their hands behind. So basically, that's what I'm trying to tell you, that this is a proper. I mean, it's becoming a joke, the decisions which they're giving.
VAR has been a joke since day one.
I mean, even though this is fine because Leicester actually deserved to win this game. There's no debate about it. But I'm saying that eventually it was. I mean, if you look at it from a Wolves perspective, it's so unfortunate. It's so unlucky.
All of Portugal is looking for that guy at the VAR screen.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, Wolves dipped in performance. Leicester deserved to win, took their chance with the penalty, top of the table. I
mean, Brendan Rodgers done a fantastic job.
absolutely,
There's no doubt.
but how long will they be there? Will this be
And,
2000
people are
will
not-
this be that season again where you're going to feel Leicester's going to drop, Leicester's going to drop, but because they're getting the results.
I mean, considering the injuries which they've had in these 8 games, which have been
and they
played.
still got results.
Exactly. And they're still today, after 8 weeks, they're top of the table. They've grinded out results. They've played
And
tactically.
good
They're a
defending,
disciplined
Wesley
team
Fofana
more than
at the
anything else.
back.
Yeah. And they're a disciplined team.
Solid, good accuracy with, his distribution.
Yeah.
He was very good. Solid, so even with the injuries with NDD, your top player, NDD was one of your top players. With him out, you're still doing so well. You've got the results. You're sitting on top before the international break. They probably also didn't want the break to come in, but it's a good time to reflect and see, how they can carry this forward. But for Wolves, unfortunate result. I'm sure they'll be back. They're a side that always does. That brings us to the end of another episode of All Balls. Interesting and fun week of football.
You can remove your hat now.
No, why?
Okay.
Still celebrating. Leicester on top of the table. Arsenal can't buy a win even outside the big six. And a stalemate between the two favourites for the title. We're moving into the international break. Premier League managers will not be happy with the amount of football that's coming for their players. But that's football for you. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe, follow us on Instagram. Do not forget to catch our episode with Jofra last week and join us for another episode of All Ball. Stay safe.